Hey, what's up guys? This is your boy Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews, and today we are taking a look at Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Agent Venom. A lot of people have been checking for this figure and waiting for it to come out. As usual, I'm a little late on this review, but that's how my channel rolls. But I am definitely excited about this. From pictures that I've seen, this guy can pose his ass off. So I'm super excited about this review. So let's get him out the box and take a better look. Alrighty, so here we have Agent Venom out of the box. And wow, this dude comes with a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the version with the second head sculpt. So I actually thought this one came with more than one head sculpt, but I guess it doesn't. I could swear in the pictures that this came with at least two other head sculpts, but maybe I was looking at, maybe it was the eyes that I was seeing. They were eyes and not heads. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it was eyes, not heads. So yeah, I didn't get the second head sculpt one, unfortunately. But I am excited to have the figure in general. Hopefully I can find a third-party head sculpt to use with him. That would be pretty dope. But anyway, let's get a good look at this guy. Now, he has a ton of paint all over him. The paint on the spider part of his chest looks really good. I don't see any issues with that at all. Paint on the belt buckle looks good. We got paint all over I believe there's paint on these pouches, I think. Obviously there's paint here on the buckles on the legs. Paint all over the legs. Be super careful with these because these are super pointy and spiky. I've already hurt myself on these spikes trying to just set him up. These things are super sharp. This is definitely not a kid's toy. You can even see some nice detailing here under the arm. On the back, the spider logo looks really good as well. And we know how Revoltech is. This is a posing figure. He is meant to be posed in very, I guess you can say, dramatic poses. So you do sacrifice some things for the ability to do poses that you wouldn't normally do with other figures. His head looks really nice. I love that. These eyes are removable. I like the transition of shiny to matte. Shiny to matte. I love that. I love it when they use different mediums. You got more shiny to kind of, I would say glossy to more of a matte, shiny matte-ish. More paint here. I mean, it's just paint all over the place, but it's mostly black, obviously, but I do like the transition of the different types of material here. Even though I want to say there might be some bluish black in here. There might be a slight blue hue to these pans. It's hard to tell in the camera, but in person, maybe. Or it could be just the different materials that were used, or the different paint that was used for the legs and I would say the shins and the thighs. But yeah, this guy looks really good. I am super excited to have him. I don't collect a lot of Revoltechs, but I have been pre-ordering quite a few here recently. So you will see more reviews here for Revoltechs. So, but he looks great. He looks fantastic. So let's put him to the side and let's take a look at the shit ton of accessories that he comes with. All right, so let's take a look at all the hands he comes with. I'm super happy that it comes on a tree like this, so I don't have to do each individual hand. So he comes with like some open claw hands, some more open, maybe I would say those are trigger finger hands. Yeah, no, those are trigger finger. Maybe like gun holding hands in some way. These two are definitely trigger finger hands. They are painted on the back too as well, these hands, so those look really good. And so I guess when he's more venomy, he's using these hands. They got veins and stuff in the back and they're more like claws. But he has those hands. I'm not quite sure what to call these hands. I guess you can call these symbiote hands. I'm not quite sure what they are for. They look like they probably hold guns. So they might attach to some of the tentacles to hold the guns. I did see that in some of the pictures on the back. So they can hold that. And then we have 2 fist hands that also have veins in them, but I do like the painting on the back. So those look really good. Let's see, he comes with a symbiote, like I guess you can call this a blade of some sort, or like a scythe kind of blade, but that looks really good. I like the change of color, like transitioning from the black to the silver. So that looks really good. Let me set some to the side so I know which ones I've looked at, because he comes with a lot. He comes with 4 of these guns, these handguns. Those are done really nicely. So I don't have to show every single one of them off, but he comes with 4 of these. I can just kind of show you. He comes with 4 of them. Then he comes with 4 of these, which I'm not sure what these are for. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what these are for. The directions, let's see what the directions say. Okay, so these go into the pouches that attach to him on the side. I'll show those in a minute. But those go in those pouches to simulate that the guns are in the holsters, because I guess those guns I just showed you can't fit in the holsters. So you get 4 of those. So you got 4 of those. Then you get 4 holsters. So these are the holsters that those guns are those are supposed to fit in. I'm not quite sure how that works. Let me see. Okay, so they'll slide in like so. I think, can I do this on camera? They'll slide in like so, then this will peg into his leg and they'll look like that. So that's pretty cool. So you get 4 of these nicely painted gun holsters. So you got 4 of those. Whoops. You get 2 extra pouches for some reason. He has plenty of pouches on him, so I don't know why you need 2 more of these, but you get 2 of those. You get a plethora of these, why am I blanking on the damn word? Effect pieces that attach to the guns. So I'll show that really quick. But you get 4 of these. They attach like so. You get 4 of those. I think they're all basically the same. If not, they're not that far. They're not that different from each other. You get a nice like grenade launcher. I think is this what this is? Like a grenade launcher. So that looks really cool, nicely detailed. I wish there was some kind of shading or some kind of wear and tear on it to make it seem like it's actually been used. That's the only thing that it's just black plastic. So that's the only issue I have with this. Other than that, it's nicely sculpted. I'll give you that. It doesn't have an effect piece of its own, and I don't think you can fit any of the other ones in it. But he comes with that. Then he comes with a bunch of eyes that you can interchange. So those are really cool. He comes with 2 like whipping effect pieces. Whoops, that's not where I wanted the focus to go. There we go. But he comes with 2 of those, and they have little pegs on the end. He comes with a bunch of tentacles. So he comes with 2 of these long ones like so. So he comes with 2 of these. So that's good. Then you get 4 more of these. I don't know what you want to call them, like Venom tendrils or whatever. They kind of look like lightning bolts, but they are articulated. They do have a hinge joint there, and a hinge joint here to, I assume, connect to his back. This also has holes in it here, so you might be able to connect something into that hole there. But he does get 4 of these, and they're all exactly the same. So that's cool. And then he gets 2 of these kinds of tendrils. But yeah, they're just like super spiky, super sharp, and they will draw blood if they poke you too hard. But then you get 2 of these, and that is it for accessories. All right, now for articulation. This is your typical Revoltech fare here. His head is on a curved double ball peg, so he could probably look up more than that typically, but because of this collar in the back, he can only look up about that high. Then down that low without using his neck joint, but if you use his neck joint, he can look way into his chest. This little piece does move a little bit, So you can, it will maneuver with the neck. It is attached to the neck, but you can move the head without moving that piece, and you can twist it all the way around. I don't know why you would want to, but you can. This shoulder piece seems to be on some kind of swivel peg or something. It kind of tilts a little bit, but it does swivel. You kind of have your Revoltech joint here in the shoulder. So if you use it, you can get his arm right about parallel. Right about parallel. You might be able to maneuver it to get it higher than that. These joints can do a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go through every single thing that they can do because we'd be here all day. There is a bicep swivel built in there, and then over 90 degrees here on the elbow. And then he has your typical hinge joint for his wrist. Now, a lot of the male figures have this, I don't know if you want to call this a armpit / pseudo chest joint that goes back and forth like this. I'm sure you can get some use out of it depending on what type of pose you're trying to get. Then his chest, you can get a lot of stuff going on here. If you arch back too far, you will get some gapping. But surprisingly, he can't go back that far just using this upper diaphragm joint. He can crunch a lot though, which is really good, but then you're gonna get the gapping in the back. And then he does go side to side really easily. All these joints are really buttery and smooth. He can spin at that joint as well. So you're gonna get a lot of movement out of that diaphragm joint. His waist joint, let's see what we got here. It's very, very stiff. I can't really get it to move that much. And I feel like if I push it too far, it will break. His belt has joints on them too as well, so you can get whatever reason you would want to move these out the way, you can also move those out the way. They're on hinge joints here, so that's cool. These are kind of typical joints for male figure legs for Revoltech, so you can get it to go up, but it's going to kick out quite a bit. I think there is a way for you to, because this is not a soft piece here, his crotch isn't soft, so you might be able, I think there's a way you can twist it around to get it to kick straighter, but I'm not going to do all of that. He does have a swivel here in the thigh, and he can get, and these are, like I said, he's super spiky, so I really don't want to push him that much, but he can do the splits all the way. Yeah, even now these spikes in his knees and his shin are poking the hell out of me. He can get over 90 degrees with that knee joint, and it looks like the sizing here is on point. He does have a joint here in his shin, so whatever you would need to use that for, you can use it. His ankles don't go up very far because of the way his legs are made, his shins are made. It goes down that far, and you can get a nice rocker out of it, and you do get a decent solid toe joint. So it's Revoltech. It's Revoltech articulation. I'm actually surprised that there's not more, because like I said, I haven't had a Revoltech in a minute. It looks like they've kind of sacrificed some of their articulation to keep the aesthetic, which I personally appreciate. But looking at him just straight on like this, he is looking he seems kind of small in the chest, in my opinion. It's kind of weird. He's kind of oddly proportioned, to be honest with you. He still looks good, but now that I'm getting a good straight on look at him like this, even though I did when I was during the description portion of the video, it's weird. His arms seem too big and his chest seems too small. I don't know. It's kind of strange. But yeah, that is basically it for articulation. He does have holes throughout his back here, so you can use that to put those tendrils in. But anyway, let's move on to comparisons. All right, here he is next to Marvel Legends Beast and Revoltech Cable. And I don't know what their sizing, I don't know what the sizing is supposed to be for Agent Venom. I don't know how big he is supposed to be. I know Cable is pretty big. He is, kind of crouching right now, but he is bigger than Agent Venom. But yeah, that's what they look like together. Here he is next to the SH Figure Arts Let There Be Carnage. Carnage, who is obviously way bigger than him. And then we have the Mafex Venom, which oddly enough is almost his size. Jeez. So they might actually be in scale. He seems a little small. That's what I was trying to get at earlier. He seems a bit small. This Venom is definitely small. So they kind of fit together. Obviously Carnage is way too big. But yeah, that's what he looks like with them. And lastly, here he is next to the original Mafex comic book Spider-Man and the Mafex Carnage. And again, I think he fits in line with Mafex. I really do. In size, I think he fits with Mafex. And probably Marvel Legends. I don't have any Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures, so I can't show that. But I think he would fit in somewhere in Marvel Legends as well. But anyway, that is it for comparisons. Also for accessories, he comes with some extra, looks like maybe wrist pegs or maybe pegs for his tentacles and a stand. He also has this little tool here to pick his eyes out. So he also comes with that for accessories. All right, so in conclusion, he's an awesome figure. Comes with a ton of accessories. I guess the only downside I would say is the spikes. It's just too pointy, and it's pain to articulate him. But he comes with a ton of stuff, and you can really just do anything you want to with these little tendrils. Oh, and I will say this: these are weak. The hinges on these things are very, very weak. So you have to be real delicate with how you put them on and take them off and stuff, because they'll fall off really easily. So that's kind of annoying. But other than that, he's a good figure, man. If you were looking for him or you want him, you definitely should get him. So anyway, that is it for the review. Comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.